Oh, fuck. This is the wrong browser. Hold on.
Okay, now mine appeared. I don't know why it might take so long. Much longer.
We are the profesh.
We are professionals.
We are farmers. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.
Okay.
We are farmers. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. We're here.
No, you're gonna give me another vocal stim, Comfy.
It is literally early 2000s commercials.
Ba-dum-bum.
Really is.
That's just advertisements.
Get connected for.
I
I'm
shouldn't.
not finishing that.
I shouldn't have this gone.
Wentworth.
877 cash that. Fuck!
Is that what's happening right now?
Nope.
Apparently, it's say the intro. Go, start it.
Thank God.
All right. Yeah?
Bird.
The bird's just losing his fucking mind right now. He's about to lose his head entirely.
The bird is making a vocal stream.
The bird has his own vocal stem yelling.
When the bird has their own vocal stim.
Okay.
Hello, Kira.
Hold on. I have.
Akira,
Oh my
hi.
god, it's favorite furry group. Gem loses her neck. Alright.
Damn, it's
Oh my
scoliosis.
god, the scoliosis is back.
Alright, listen. While they're gone, let's pull a card from the Oracle deck. The moon
Yeah.
Oracle deck.
Moon, giant moon.
Alright, what do you want to ask it, Mako? What do you want to ask? What do you want to ask it?
Question, I don't know, let's see
I don't know.
how the time will go.
You want to see how the week will go? Alright, let's see what the first card. Let's see what the card says. Whoa! A new moon. It's showing the new moon. A new start is to you this week. My goodness. Yeah. You'll see when you believe it. A new start is on your way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful
What's
about
happening
getting
right
what
now?
you want.
He's doing
Oh, I pulled an oracle card. I pulled an oracle card to see how long.
While
it
you were
lasts.
gone with
While you
your
were gone.
scoliosis looking ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, something's coming your way, Mako. And something good.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
All right, Gemini, host of the
Yes.
podcast.
Do your shit.
All right. Be all ready?
Yes,
Good.
as good as
Yeah.
you can be.
Hello and welcome, one and all, to the usual first podcast. This is episode 9. Today's topic, led by myself, Gemini Starfielder, is about space. I am joined today by, as usual, our lovely co-hosts, going counterclockwise in order, starting with Nick. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Nikki, and I'm a RPG streamer. So if you guys want to see me do some RPGs, come by later.
Excellent. Nick, your eyes have gotten fuckways yet again.
I know. This on purpose, boy.
Yes.
That's on
Moving on.
purpose. That's on purpose. It is. Go on.
Moving on very naturally here to Mako.
Hello, I'm Mako. Oh, Mako. Yeah, my brain doesn't work half the time. I repeat myself. It's okay. I'm a variety streamer. I do a bunch of stuff. Lots of bunch of stuffs. I am a shark, as you might be able to tell. But yeah, I love the ocean. I love streaming, and yeah, come over if you want to see.
Excellent. And last but certainly not least, Comfy. Take it away.
Hi, my name is Akaris Noctua, aka Comfy Owl. I am a visual novel streamer / variety VTuber, as well as, since I can add it, since I'm auditioning for stuff, a voice actor. Somewhat. We're getting there. We're starting soon. We're getting there. But yeah, voice actor.
Yes.
Come by my
Excellent.
streams for horny drama over visual novels.
Horny drama, you say? I like some horny drama.
My God.
And now give it up for our
Terrifying.
wonderful host,
Gemini!
Starfielder.
All right, I was going to introduce myself.
Yeah,
but,
that's your cue. Introduce yourself.
But yes, I am Gemini Starfielder, as stated. I'm a variety Cosmic Fox VTuber, and I stream basically exclusively with these three fine people.
No.
You can.
Call us idiots. You know you want to call us idiots.
I was very close to doing so.
You can. We're that close to you at this point.
We're heathens
Really?
and
We got
idiots.
this?
We're all attached at the butt together.
What?
No
we are a
one
human
fart.
centipede.
No one fart, okay? If we're attached at the ass, no one fart. No one shit your pants. Please don't.
How has this
No,
immediately
honestly-
devolved into whatever's happening right
Honestly,
now?
the supermoon.
If the shark is I would be considered my ass, which is my backside, I won't have to worry because the sharks don't have anything there. Ours is all on the front, baby.
It's just butt to butt
Cool.
to butt. That's how it works.
This is
Butt
this
to
is
butt
how
to
this
butt.
is starting out. Fantastic. The
Blame
episode about
the
space
supermoon.
is starting with butts.
It's because it's the supermoon. That's when the abnormal happens.
It's the butt moon.
It's the butt moon.
Fair.
So close, it's
I
like
would-
family.
I would say so.
Yeah,
No.
pretty
my
close
God.
by this point.
I'm the gay uncle.
Oh my god.
Jen's
you're
the
the
alcoholic
gay
uncle.
What am I? Am I the sassy aunt?
You're the sassy, the sassy
You're the
aunt.
I'd say that you're the aunt that like brings alcohol to the people that shouldn't have alcohol.
I was always. She would be like
I'm
the
giving
sassy
alcohol
aunt that would like
to
buy
minors?
for people because she doesn't have children on her own, so she just gives everyone else gifts.
Oh my god.
It's
yeah.
the gift of
I'm like-
alcohol.
The
I'm
gift of
the
alcohol.
I'm the sassy aunt that's also the cool aunt. Like, don't tell your mom. Here's a little whiskey.
Whiskey.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And Nick.
That's a bit
here's
much.
hard lemonade.
Nick's
Hard
just
lemonade.
kind of Nick's just kind of there.
Nick is the sleepy
That's
uncle.
stepbrother.
Nick's the one that's there explicitly for the food.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, that's based. Food
Nick's
uncle.
just there to. He doesn't
Well,
care about the mingling. He just wants food.
Well, yeah, what the
the
fuck does
aunts
Asian
and
go to?
Exactly. We're the aunts and uncles of the VTuber world. Oh
Is
my
Shane that old?
goodness. Yeah. We're literally split in the middle of age range right now.
We really are.
Yeah,
Especially
Me and
with how we
Cookie
set
are,
up.
like the same age.
Yeah, we're born in. Are we? We're born in the same year, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're born in the same year, just
Because-
months apart.
Thank you
You were
more
born
for-
earlier in the year. I was born later.
This Murakami is old and ancient.
Shut the fuck up.
Wearing those gray
And
feathers.
with Gem and Nick, do you both share the same birth year as well, or no?
2000
I'm trying to.
I'm 2001. Nick's older than me.
Oh my god,
by 1 year.
Marco, I'm hearing 2000. I'm just like shit.
I
People are
feel-
24 now if they're born in
I
the
feel
2000s.
ancient.
Oh my god, girl, the early 2000s. Our shit's considered retro, but that's
I
besides
know.
the point.
It's
We're
crazy.
here to
Kids
talk
today
about
refer to the
space.
years that you two were born as the late 1900s.
Oh! Comfy, we're gonna be in our 30s soon. Shut up!
Like that, it's genuinely insane. Like even to me, that's
Why?
actually wild.
Why are we the late?
They don't, like, they don't even refer to it as like the late 90s. They say the late 1900s. It's crazy.
That's wild. What the fuck? That's
Oh
so
my
fucked
god.
up. Maybe I should get alcohol for this podcast.
I know. Hey, at least we can be all cool and say, yeah. 1900.
Maka, we're gonna feel it in our knees in 1 year.
I already feel it in my knees and my hips and my back.
Yeah.
Bartenders don't have to do math to check your IDs.
They just see the word, they see the
They
number
see the
19.
they see 19 and it's like, oh yeah, you're good.
you're
Oh,
good.
My god.
The
I'm
reason
increasingly
so
aware
right.
of time passing with every single day.
Honestly. Also, Akira, you're right. It's back might be for other reasons.
Ah,
Thank you.
Mako throwing it back under the sea.
Right, but let's kind of reel it back to on
Yeah,
topic.
back
We
to
can have
Back-
mental breakdowns about time and
At
age
the
later.
end. At
We
the
can
end
do
of
that.
the
We can do that once I've gone through my prompts.
space.
And I don't have too many. There are a handful of things that I definitely want to talk about. There might be questions that I come up with after. But the first
Yeah.
thing that I want to ask each of you, in the same order that we were introduced, when you look up at the night sky and see the stars, what do you think of? Right? What is
Gemini star
what's your
fielder.
thought? No.
Why? What
We're
is your
starting with Nick.
Nick? Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
so
starting
Yeah,
with
we're
Nick.
starting with Nick.
What is your first thought?
Give me a second.
Are you setting something up, or are you thinking?
No, I was gonna eating something right now. Just now. So you got me.
Oh.
We're also a mukbang stream.
Huh.
No.
Um.
I mean,
what,
I'm
what-
also snacking, so.
Yeah. You're asking what do I think of when I see the stars up in the skies?
When you look up.
Yeah, when you look up at the night sky and see the stars, what do you think of? But it doesn't have to be anything profound. It can just be like, oh, that's pretty, right? It can be something simple like that.
A billion fireflies. No, that's not being stupid. That was just funny. That was just being stupid. What I think of normally, well, I guess it's just, yeah, it's just pretty, really. Like, especially when it's like a lot of stars and the Starry Night. I like that a lot.
Whoa.
Yeah,
The Starry Night painting?
yeah. Like
Or
the
just
star-
like looking up at the Starry Night?
looking up the Starry Night. I was thinking it's just pretty in generally because like nature does this kind of situation.
Mmm.
Very nice.
Fingers. Snaps
Yes.
fingers.
Yeah, snaps
Yeah.
fingers. Slam poetry now.
Sounds-
Mako, what do you think of when you see stars in the night sky?
Well, when I get to see them, I think of the infinite void of space and how absolutely massive it is, and how absolutely small we are in comparison. But I also think of how beautiful it is and how twinkly the stars look and how they look like 10 million fireflies.
This is just going to be a thing that everyone says at the end of
What?
this question.
Don't call it out. I might say
Um,
that.
But I just think of it. Sometimes when I'm looking up, I'm just like, man, if I knew it wasn't the absolute desolation of space and I would die, I sometimes imagine what it's like, what it would be like to just kind of swim through space, through like the arms of the Milky Way, and like how just calming that can be. And also the fact that half the stars I see are probably dead.
Yes, by
Oh,
this
yeah.
point. Yeah.
Yep. Some may even say some of them are bisexual.
Oh,
What?
God damn, because some of them can be
No, I'm literally just pointing out a gem.
No, I was gonna say probably because
Bitch.
some of them are binary stars where they
True.
have two.
That is true.
I just noticed something that is going to piss me off if I don't change it.
Is it me? Is it my face?
No.
Is it me, Jimmy?
Is
No,
it
it's specifically with my tracking. I changed it the other day to do something that now it's not doing, and it's making me upset.
Whoa.
me when me?
Okay, there we go.
Silly.
Genesis?
Sorry about that.
Now when I look over here, I'm actually looking the direction that I intend to be looking.
Yeah, you're looking at either me, Mako, or Nick, from what it looks like. Since you're a 3D model, so fancy,
Yes.
special.
Yes, because I didn't feel like dropping like what $400 on a model that I couldn't use in VR chat. So I was like,
Ooh.
fuck it, I'm just gonna get.
Whoa! Wow! Look at this three-dimensional figure. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! Me being
Also,
flat.
Is it squished on Discord? Is that something that's happening right now?
Doesn't
No.
look squished.
It feels like it's horizontally squished. I think it's because I moved it.
Or did you put like a full? Oh no! You were horizontally squished for a second.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. It's confining to your the monitor you put it on.
Yeah, I think so. But it should be fine now. Okay,
Yeah.
that out of the way.
Push you horizontally.
But
What?
You hurt me.
We would love to see Gemini
I
Starfielder
stutter?
horizontally.
Horizontally?
Horizontally.
Horizontally?
And vertices.
Vertices?
Comfy's having a stroke right now. I'm about to go.
We can hear that.
Oh god.
Anyways,
Itching up the
anyways, moving on.
horrifying. Comfy, your answer to the question.
Well-
Mako, did you finish your answer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Comfy, onto yours.
As a, I would say a practicing witch, I see more. I see like the moon phases and the stars more meaning. I could say that, but whenever I look up at the stars, I try to draw dicks with the constellations. So like I with my finger would draw like a dick, see which one connects. Out of fun. But like I have
Out of
what's it called?
everything that we could have possibly.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the last
both.
thing that I would have expected you to openly say into the
I will openly say
Yeah.
that I draw dicks in the sky
I was
whenever
gonna
I
say
see
it.
it.
Jen,
Have
based
you
on what you
drawn
know.
a dick on Orion with Orion's belt?
Yes, I have because I could see Orion's belt from my house at night. I don't know if that gave my geological positioning just because I said that.
Most
No.
of the continental U.S. can see Orion
Okay,
right
so
now.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
Well,
it just
I
depends
see
on
it.
seasons.
Yeah,
But
I can see Orion's from here. So like I sometimes like just yeah, but yeah, I draw dicks in the sky.
we all know
Because they resemble
Orion
10 million
probably has
fireflies.
long.
They kind
No way that you said it again.
they lit up the world as I fell asleep.
Unbelievable.
Thank you, God, for getting the joke.
No problem, Nick. Rule of threes. How about you,
No.
Jam? When you look up at yourself,
I was.
what do
You don't
see?
have to ask me the question. I was just gonna answer it.
What do you see when you look up at yourself, Gemini
You
Starfielder?
gotta do some.
Gotta ask.
Because you're a star in the night sky.
That's not how I work, but sure,
You created the Milky Way.
not in the slightest. But when we are not. This is.
Sorry.
I'm gonna cut that one off at the head. No one.
Malcolm, we need to draw ourselves like that, and like the the Twilight Sparkle and Mordecai image.
No!
We need to do
That would actually be really funny. Everyone knows that image. That's a great image.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, you're making my sunburned cheeks hurt.
My goodness.
But no, when I look up at the night sky, I, much like Mako, think of the vast expanse that is around us. Right? We will never truly know what any of it looks like at any given moment, because the light of even neighboring stars to our own is incredibly ancient. Right? It takes years and years, right, like hundreds of years, right, at even the closest of cases, for the light of any other star to reach us, right? So, like, it's a little bit melancholy in that way, but despite the sadness of it, it's elegant and beautiful. I remember specifically. I used to be in Boy Scouts when I was in middle school, and we took a trip out to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, and we had this log cabin that we were all staying in. And the day that we got there, we found out that we were unlucky enough to have booked one of the only log cabins that didn't have central heating. Right, so we basically had to burn the wood furnace, right? Like the wood burning furnace, and just kind of have that heat radiate. And it worked a treat, but they didn't have any kindling inside, so we had to actually collect dried twigs and leaf stems and whatnot to make a little bit of kindling to start the furnace fire.
Put those Boy Scouts to work.
Yeah. And in the process of doing so, I had bent down in a very strange way to grab a pretty good looking twig, and then as I stood up, I kind of stretched back and looked up, and I happened to be under a clearing, and I saw probably the most starry night sky that I have ever seen in my life. And I think that was the day that I kind of became enraptured by space. It was just kind of in that moment of seeing that many stars.
That sounds beautiful.
It was.
It does.
Yeah. Speaking of night
Beautiful.
stars. No, speaking of like tons of stars in the night sky, Comfy, this is a story that you might be able to resonate with. Not because you necessarily experienced the event, because I don't know exactly when this happened. I just know that
Me
it's
getting
like,
stuck in the
relatively
cemetery.
recent. No.
Okay.
But the like days-long blackout in New York City.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, that was. I know that was a good while ago. I just don't know exactly when, but I remember like kind of learning about that because it was kind of a novel occurrence, right? Like kind of not only culturally but also like as far as like infrastructure and also in kind of the way that it revealed how out of touch with the night sky people actually are, because for the first time in most of their lives, New York City residents saw the Milky Way
Yeah.
and they didn't know what it was. Right, they were calling fire departments saying that something was on fire because they didn't recognize the lights that they were seeing in the sky. Right, it was wild. I remember
There's
reading stories
two
about that.
happening. There's two happening with that. The one, are you talking about the one in 2019 or the one in 2003?
I think the 2003 one, because I remember learning about this in like
Yeah.
elementary school.
The Northeast blackout of 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, it covered a lot of area too. It went all the way to, I believe, some of Ontario. It went from New York to Ontario,
Yeah.
Canada.
It was really bad.
Yeah. August 14th of 2003, just after 4:10 p.m. Wait, no, I did experience that. I remember like it was so dangerous for my yeah, no, I'd be alive. That's what I meant. But like, I think because I remember specifically at that time, I could say that. I would say where I was as a child. I wasn't. That area is no longer like where I live. I was like in Rockaway Beach when that happened, and the entire neighborhood power went out. Stoplights weren't working, and there was cops all around, everywhere, in every neighborhood. Because Comfy did not live in a good neighborhood, mind you. So yeah, like it was crazy. Like even going out to the groceries to get food and candles was hard. Cause yeah, I don't know if there was looting or anything, but like it was hard for my dad to get there and back because the cars were just speeding through back and forth.
Jeez.
But yeah, I remember that. That was the time.
But yeah, I remember learning about that and it was like, huh, that's crazy. Like that's the thing that people just like saw that for the first time and their immediate reaction was something's for sure like on fire or this is like aliens or some shit. like those are like the two predominant reports where like there's alien spacecraft glowing in the sky or there's something on fire.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah, this was the proximate cause of the blackout. It was a software bug in the alarm system in the control room of the First Energy building. Yeah, that entire electric like just died.
And it just killed the whole grid.
Yeah.
Wow. Talking about that kind of stuff makes me reminisce on back when I used to live in Illinois. There
Blackouts
was
a lot in Illinois.
No, well, it's more of seeing the Milky Way that triggered it versus the
not a
blackouts.
not a lot of light pollution in Illinois, I would presume.
Well, there is, but there's a really specific campground called, I believe it was Bayou Bluffs. And if you went there at just the right time of the year, I think it was like mid-April, you could see like the arms of the Milky Way. So pretty. Like it looked like an ethereal river through the sky. I'm like, I could swim in that.
Yeah.
I want to swim in that.
Seeing the light belt of the Milky Way is definitely something. And like if you have the opportunity to see it, definitely do. It is not necessarily life-changing, I wouldn't say, but like it really gives you perspective as to what everything is, right? Because like even the last time that we really had a connection like that to like our galaxy specifically, like on a regular basis, would be like back when humans were like hunter-gatherer tribes, right? Because the only light at night was the campfire, right? And like anything that you were burning to keep warm, right? Like you weren't really keeping lights at that point in time, so it would just be like, hey, if you're not by the fire, right, or you don't have like a heat source in your house, you're probably either dead or just kind of walking around foolishly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that also depends on the areas people were in.
Well, yeah, of course.
But still.
Yeah, but like that's the last time that like as a species we kind of had that like open relationship with the visual of the galaxy from Earth.
Like the only places you can really see stars in all of their like glory is out at sea.
Yeah, basically.
Which I'm kind of sad about, because like when you were out in sea, Gem, wasn't it cloudy?
It was cloudy for pretty much the entire time, if not raining. It sucked.
I'm so sad that you didn't get to see. Because I remember when I went out to sea, I saw like seeing the night sky on top of the ship was really nice.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you didn't get to see it.
Well, it was also like super bright on the ship, so there would probably be too much light pollution for me to really see much.
I'd love to go out to sea just to see the stars. It'd be nice. And to be on the ocean.
So the next the usual for podcast will be held on a boat together.
On a boat.
No.
We're all gonna be right there together.
No.
We're just off the port. That's it.
We just rent a pontoon and take it out onto the open ocean and
Yeah.
hope we don't die.
Yeah.
You
It's
can't
the
take a
way
fucking pontoon onto the ocean, Comfy.
Okay.
That is lake craft.
Fine. Oh God.
Thank God.
Streamer party on a boat.
We could get a little houseboat for a while.
True.
Boy, I want to buy a houseboat because they're like 120 grand. But like that's cheaper than a house.
In most places, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the same amenities as a house, pretty much.
So what you're saying is our next VTuber house is going to be on a boat.
VTuber house, houseboat.
VTuber boat house on a houseboat.
VTuber boat house.
I feel like that would kind of suck.
What is? Because of the constant movement?
The constant movement would make it impossible to really do anything.
Well, houseboats don't actually have to be in constant movement. You can
That's true.
actually anchor down and like.
Oh no, I'm talking about like
and then see.
I'm talking about like wave motion.
Oh yeah, that's when you go to the deltas.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But before we keep going about houseboats and VTuber boats, let's continue on with
Yeah.
Gem's topics.
Yes. So the next thing that I kind of want to talk about, and I want to kind of get your thoughts on this. There is currently, it's not a super like prominent theory as far as I know. I only heard about it like sometime like last week, I think.
Sorry.
Comfy is actually a lizard.
My scales fell on the floor. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Skittles. I thought you said scales.
My scales.
Not your scales.
Yeah.
I knew you were
But,
scaly.
True.
Anyways.
But yeah, so there is a theory about the origins of supermassive black holes that I find to be very interesting. Right, so like black holes, we kind of have an understanding of how those form based on kind of the way that they behave.
Isn't it
right.
from star implosion?
Yes, specifically it's from like the explosion of super massive, of like very large stars, right? Like
Which are
most,
typically like red giant stars.
not even red giants. We're talking blue giants, right? Right. When a blue giant collapses in on itself, it can become usually one of two things. If I'm remembering this right, don't take this as a scientific gospel. This is just me kind of spitballing here based on what I roughly remember. Do not do that. If I remember correctly, blue giants collapse and form neutron stars. And then neutron stars, when they either collide with each other or collapse, that's usually what makes a black hole. There are other circumstances that can form black holes, but that's like the generally accepted case, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
But it's basically a supermassive object collapses in on itself, right? And it just forms this pocket of density that light can't even escape from, right? Unless it's a quasar, in which case we're talking about like the light from a quasar is actually like gamma radiation. It's just exploding outwards. But that's a different story for probably later.
That's what the black holes are in the podcast talk room while we're talking. Putting information.
Oh, what about like how it works?
Yeah.
Let me see that quickly.
We're gonna be doing that whenever we talk about a subject.
Yes. Good plan. At least it's in the talk chat.
Yeah. No, specifically in the podcast talk. Like.
Yeah. No, not in this chat's text room, but in the actual like text chat.
Yep.
So the black holes from the center of a very massive star collapses upon itself. Yeah, it doesn't say necessarily what kind of star, but I've heard that it's specifically blue giants and neutron stars.
Yeah.
But that might not be entirely true. I don't know.
But as most things on the internet, don't take us as fact. Do the research yourself.
Yeah.
We are not gods, we don't have PhDs, and we do not have degrees on the topic.
Yeah, I'm just an enthusiast.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's a theory about where supermassive black holes come from, right? Like this thing that you put in here, saying that they think that these supermassive black holes form at the same time as galaxies that they are in, and the size being related to the size and mass of the galaxy that it's present within. But it's not necessarily certain as to what causes a supermassive black hole, right? And one thing that I've heard that I think is very interesting, quite intriguing even, there is a particular particle called a weakly interacting massive particle, right? Otherwise known as a WIMP.
A WIMP?
Yeah, WIMP, WIMPs. And basically, when these when two WIMPs collide, they annihilate each other and explode with gamma radiation, right? But they don't give off light, right? Despite exploding with gamma radiation, right? And like we know that these particles exist. We've done enough testing and things to know that WIMPs particles are real and they like interact with each other. We've seen them. We don't know. I don't know that we know necessarily how to create them, but we know that they're real, right? They've actually been kind of like subject of scrutiny around dark matter and like potentially like being what dark matter is, but that's pretty theoretical at this point as far as like whether or not it is dark matter, because we don't really know what dark matter is. It's next to impossible to like, we can like measure it and test it, but you can't necessarily observe it in any way that really matters. But they collide, they give off gamma radiation, and it's possible that WIMPs can come together en masse in the same way that hydrogen and helium gas comes together en masse to form a star, right? WIMPs doing so would form something of a dark star, right? And there's a theory that is being pondered, not necessarily incredibly explored, but I like the idea of it, that these dark stars collapsing form supermassive black holes.
Oh.
Right, and it kind of checks, because quasars are supermassive black holes that emit massive bursts of gamma radiation, just like WIMPs do.
According to this link, the recent published results for WIMPs was July 2023. by ZONT and LZ Experiment. They published the first results of their research for WIMPs, which is pretty nice.
Mhm.
Yes. I feel like should this be links I post in the chat? Question mark.
If you want to,
look
you
at?
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throwing sources around.
They're mainly wikis. Some of them are
Yeah,
wikis,
hey.
and some of them require peer review.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think
Although I do want to kind of fact check myself on the quasars being gamma radiation.
Okay.
that's really
I will do that for you while you go on to your next topic.
Strong sources of radio emission and gamma rays.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, you did it right.
that
I
is super interesting.
Yeah.
Quasars are far and away my favorite stellar body. Just because like they are kind of anomalous in that way, where it's like we know black holes to be these like pockets of gravity that light can't even escape from, and yet quasars emit light,
Yeah.
right? And like I think that's super cool, right? Just like doing what you're not supposed to, you know? They're little rebels in space.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it's like all of us. Just
We're rebels in some form of space.
Rebels against the state, baby. Let's go.
let's
Take down the
go!
government. No.
No, this is on my YouTube. I can't see. Everything we say is in Minecraft and hypothetical.
Yeah, take
Take it with a grain of
down the
salt.
villager coalition.
Take down the
Coalition. Oh, that's
or the
People wanna play
TVC.
Arrow trauma now.
Take down the TVC. I'm gonna look up what TVC is before I yell that out
Yeah,
because
don't-
it probably
yeah.
is something.
Yeah, just about every combination of words that or
Oh, it is?
words or letters that you can say is a real organization. What is the TVC?
Oh, it's a television commercial. It's just a television
Yeah.
commercial. Take down television commercials.
Yeah,
No, we gotta
fuck TV commercials.
TV, guys.
Fuck the ads.
Because
My goodness.
I think supernovas are pretty interesting too, though.
Me too.
Yeah, supernovas are
Supernova.
quite
Because
beautiful. We're not falling down that rabbit hole, Coffee.
where a black hole is just like a collapse, which is pretty much an implosion of a star. A supernova is an implosion that then explodes, and it's so cool. So cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Supernovas are quite beautiful as well.
Mm.
But that actually leads me to my next question. What are all of your favorite astral bodies? Right, mine are quasars.
Yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But going around the group, Nick.
astral bodies?
Yeah, like your favorite kind of astral object. Right, like stars, planets, exoplanets, like quasars. If you think those are cool, supermassive black holes, regular black holes, right? Like what do you like?
Like asteroids, moons, planets, stars.
Yeah, nebulae.
I feel like this.
A horse head.
Pluto.
Pluto.
Dude, Pluto fucks. That's a cool planet. Cool little dwarf planet.
And it is a planet.
Yeah.
We as the usual first condone Pluto as a planet.
Well, it's a dwarf planet. But...
A planet.
It needs to be back on the register for kids to learn about.
Yes. Bring back Blue's Clues and their song because they included Pluto in that.
Yep. Bring back the Mickey Mouse dog.
Mickey Mouse dog.
What happened to Pluto?
He's dead.
No! Ooh, wait, hold up. I actually found something. An actual
yeah.
thing called the Owl Nebula.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Wow.
It is 2030 light years away from the constellation of Ursa Major. I will put this in our Discord link if you guys want to see it. But it's
I'm surprised that the Noctua constellation isn't your favorite.
My God.
Oh yeah, you're right.
The only one I can think of.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to turn off BikuBot, and someone's question went through with the tarot card. My apologies.
Oh, with the tarot card.
Yeah.
Are you seeing what's happening in chat right now? Also.
Oh yeah.
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 No.
It's a no from the cards. Sorry.
That's a no from the group, actually.
That too. And I don't know if I put that in my rules, but like in terms of promoting on one's content, please post it on Twitter or Blue Sky. Put it in my chat. As much as I love your attention and view, I will put you in timeout. For the time being, you are timed out for 600 seconds. I tried to see if ignoring it will discourage you from posting more, but it looks like it didn't. So you are timed out for 600 seconds. Thank you for fucking around and finding out what happens when you continue.
Welcome to the fuck around find out portion of the podcast.
I love how we usually go in an order, but then I just got skipped this time.
Comfy just started looking things up and just spouted some shit off.
I'm sorry, Marco. I don't
even know. Nick said Pluto, I think, in jest. Was that like actually? Was that your answer? Or...
It's a bit of a both. But if I had to say a different one, I would say.
Don't you jest about Pluto. You got me.
Don't jest about Pluto.
Pluto's not the butt of a joke.
Is it your favorite or not, Nick?
God, Nick.
Why do you sound such a nerd?
Pluto or not?
Why do you just sound
Jem is a nerd.
The way he just said it, just like kind of situation. He sounded like that for a second.
Anyways, you cannot jest about Pluto. You gotta be like serious or something.
Yeah. Anyways. I do like Pluto, but if I were to say another one, I guess it'd be the Saturn. I think it's Saturn ring.
Yeah.
Oh, the rings of Saturn.
Yeah.
Saturn got those icy rings.
Yeah, I just like how they formed the ring, even if it's just all like box touch. It just looks nice.
Theoretically, those will eventually form one or more moons, which is pretty cool.
How many moons does Saturn have right now?
That's a good question.
None. I think it's just the rings, isn't it? Or does it actually
have? They do have moons. They do have moons. They have a lot. Oh god, it's a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right, because they're still in the process of like
Titan,
yeah.
Enceladus, Hyperion, Prometheus, Pandora, Janus, Epimetheus.
I believe that's Enceladus.
Enceladus. Yeah. 1, 2. So there's 4, 8. Well, there's 12 moons. Yeah, you're in the 12 moons of Saturn.
Phoebe's around fucking Saturn, and so is Rhea.
Yeah.
It's actually interesting. I think in Warframe, all of the nodes, well, most of them, I think there might be more than 12, but the vast majority of the like mission nodes on Saturn are actually named after the moons.
Which is kind of cute. It makes sense in terms of traveling. Go on.
The 12 moons of months.
So Mako.
Hold on, Nick. What did you just say?
What?
The 12 moons of months.
I don't know. I'm just being
12 months.
Yeah.
You said words.
You can't.
Genuinely didn't mean anything. That was crazy.
Yeah, I was being stupid. Anyways, Mako, go ahead.
Beautiful.
You're not
so
stupid, Yang.
I have a few because space has always been kind of cool. First up, I really like the Horsehead gal.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, the Horsehead Nebula?
Yeah.
The Bojack
Yes.
Nebula. And then Andromeda is really pretty too. However, Neptune and Europa also have a spot in my heart. Especially Europa, because Europa's a moon around Jupiter, but it's one of the moons that we know of that is literally covered in ice and water.
Yeah.
It's really fucking
Actually,
cool.
something interesting that you'll be interested in hearing if you're into Europa. NASA, and I believe one of the European agencies, they're sending drones out to Europa and they're basically going to do low-flying passes of the moon in order to get scans, because Europa is the most likely candidate outside of Mars to have complex life.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
so
is-
they're going to be doing like scans and shit of it.
Oh, they
like,
have
figuring
it.
out-
They did send the Europa Clipper.
they sent the Clipper, but it's not going to be there for another few years, I think, right?
Yeah. It should be there by April 2030. Cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
And then
that's
we
in 6 years. We've seen
Yeah.
it in 6 years.
And I
Yeah.
think we get the first results back from it in, I think 2032 is what's projected.
But my
Correct.
last thing that I really like is I like Uranus and their funky little rotations.
We do love gems, you're right.
No,
They're funky.
I didn't want to draw attention to that possibility. Why
I mean,
would you do
Uranus.
this?
This is funny.
Uranus-
Look
I
at
like
Uranus.
because it has a little. It's a little cockeyed with its
Yeah,
tilt.
it rotates a little sideways.
I love Uranus. Fucking
That planet's so hard.
I was really hoping that we would
I'm
be able to
sorry,
get through this episode
no.
without the Uranus joke.
Come on, it's
Uranus.
there.
Another interesting.
Uranus is very cockeyed.
Another interesting thing to look at is
Yeah.
binary star systems.
Yes.
Fucking wild. I love binary stars. They're so cool. Also, the fact that color correlation for stars determines their heat, but normally people expect warmer tones to equal hotter and cooler tones to equal colder.
The exact
However,
opposite.
like blue stars, I'm pretty
Are
sure
the
are one
hottest.
of the hottest stars.
Yeah.
And I love that fact. I love that so much. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so
Very, very-
beautiful.
Very good answers there, Mako. Comfy, what do you got? You're saying the Owl Nebula.
The Owl Nebula looks pretty.
And Uranus.
Currently,
You don't like the Hawk Tua one?
shut up. No. But currently, what's on my
Ooh,
eye
it's a big old orb.
currently is the image from NASA of Mercury, which, according to the zodiac, both Gemini and I think it was Gemini and another one.
Are we talking about like
Gemini
the
and
bright
Virgo.
blue one?
Yeah, that image.
Yeah.
That image looks nice. Both I forgot. Gemini and Virgo are governed by Mercury,
Mhm.
and that image of Mercury that's just bright and like.
Have you
it's so
seen
pretty.
the more colorful one of, I think, Mercury's backside?
Ooh,
Mercury's
I
ass
see
has a
Mercury's
brighter-
ass.
My God,
It's more brilliantly colored.
is it? Oh, is it this? I think I found the image.
This one.
My right click won't. Yeah, that one. That
Oh,
one looks
that's
nice.
so fucking pretty. Mercury
It is
has no
very
right to
pretty.
be such a rainbow of beauty and be so fucking hot. How dare it?
Yeah, I mean Venus
I wanna
is
live
too.
on the rainbow planet.
Venus is like stupid hot. It also like rains sulfuric acid,
Yes.
doesn't it?
Well,
it's
we
a
can
wild
double check.
planet.
You double check.
Jupiter's also really pretty, but also because it's a gas giant, like the pressure.
Also,
I
its
know.
magnetic field is a fucking nightmare, which is why the Clipper has to do what it does. Because if it stays around Europa for any extended period of time, it will just disintegrate from the magnetic field.
Will rush on it. So.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
another thing that would be interesting to talk about is how about
Yes.
I was gonna say Ophiuchus. Sorry, my brain stopped functioning.
Yeah, cloud composition of Venus, sulfuric acid.
Damn.
Sexy.
Sexy. Burn through my system, why don't you?
What?
What? And so, Mako, what were you talking about?
Melt my skin.
What?
Yes. So, Mako, what was this you were talking about specifically before all that?
Oh, I was just saying that, I was just like, what a Fiacus.
A ficus, yeah.
Yes.
Kiss. Your
What
mom?
is a ficus? What is a ficus?
Yeah.
What is a ficus?
Who are you asking?
Anyone who can answer it right now.
Well, it's a largely disregarded constellation that fits into the zodiac cycle.
Yeah.
Ah. Why is it disregarded? I don't want to deal with pushing my zodiac sign to Taurus.
If I'm not mistaken,
Is it
there's
because
parts of it that are like relative to convenience. But also I think superstition has to do with it because that would be the 13th sign.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
that would be the
considering
13th
there's
sign.
12 months, there are like 12 zodiacs, and having a 13th is just 13 is for
Weird.
some reason seen as an unlucky number and like an omen.
Time is a soup. Months are not real. They are.
Did you say time is a soup?
Yes, time is a soup.
Time is a soup.
Time
Like
is a
if,
soup.
if we kept a Fiacus as one of the zodiacs, it'd be interesting because I would then be under a Fiacus instead of Sagittarius, which is
And then
kinda
fucking
cool.
me and Jem will be Tauruses.
Okay, so here's the crazy shit that came up when I just looked up why is Ophiuchus excluded. Ophiuchus is not an official zodiac sign because the Babylonians excluded it over 3,000 years ago to match their 12-month calendar.
What asshole.
No, it's the secret deity. It's the one that will end all. Ophiuchus. The silence is deafening.
That's actually fucking crazy.
That
They're just like, we have 12 months in this calendar. What
We don't
the
need a
fuck is that?
What the fuck? A 13?
Where would Ophiuchus?
No,
Wait,
no,
where
no,
would
not
Ophiuchus
on
be
my
founded?
calendar.
Like,
Ophiuchus would be November 30th to December 18th.
what's already November? Is there anything in between 30th and?
Currently, I think that would split between fuck was it?
No,
Sagittarius and Scorpio.
What if there was a secret month in between those? The secret 13th month.
This is not Organization 13 right now. Let's move on.
That's where Organization 13 comes from.
What would Ophiuchus encapsulate the time frame?
November 30th to December 18th.
That would actually be just all of a good chunk of Sagittarius, because Sagittarius currently is November 22nd to December 21st. I know this because I'm a Sagittarius.
Yeah, apparently the Babylonians merged it with Sagittarius and Scorpio. Like they merged the
Yeah.
constellation.
Months are real.
Did you say the Babylonians aren't real?
No, the months are not real. The
Months,
months
okay.
are not real.
The Babylonians.
The Babylonians didn't.
The
exist.
Babylonians never existed.
It was a story made up by the British government to steal other objects and confine people to time and space.
While I was looking at the Sagittarius stuff, I just realized, maybe this is why I like Europa. The ruling planet for Sagittarius is Jupiter!
Yeah.
What?
What's the next zodiac sign again?
Mine?
Yes.
Libra.
When are you born? Libra? Oh my god, Nick is supposed to balance me and Jem out.
That shit doesn't happen at all.
It happens
No.
sometimes.
It happens when
No,
I was running out of
no.
energy.
No. Nick only mellows us out when he's just such an obtuse fucking moron. We have to like take a pause for a second. It's like, hold on.
We
Wait.
love you, Nick. You are appreciated.
If it makes you feel any better, I kind of fell asleep. I'm joking.
Is that why you were dead silent for so long there?
Nick is really EP and tired because classes, guys.
It wasn't even classes. He slept through them.
He was at class.
No, I'm just making myself comfortable. I wasn't speaking. I just had a blanket on, and I was like, okay, just comfy to
It's
go.
so cold.
I'm just getting comfortable. This shit's a little too big brain for me. I'm just gonna take a nap.
I mean, I don't know stars that much, so it's like, I can't really talk.
I think
talk
technically you and Mako are the most like focused on like the astral bodies and like the knowledge of it. I'm looking up pages and pages of space stuff because Comfy doesn't know much other than sometimes the moon gives us symbolism in which we sometimes follow and look up to.
Honestly, all of the planets have some form of symbolism.
I'm currently on chapter
The
1 for moons.
alignments of different planets, meaning different things.
Wow.
So
Is
one
Mercury
thing,
in Gatorade yet?
The biggest meme on the internet, which is
hold on.
Mercury going into retrograde.
Yeah,
Okay,
is
very
Mercury in
cool.
Gatorade?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Comfy, what did you just say?
Is Mercury in Gatorade yet?
Oh my god.
Mercury
I don't
Gatorade.
know.
Are they dumping liquid mercury into my energy or my hydration drink yet?
Oh my god.
Oh. But
I
it's
feel like it would be a good addition.
Keeps me energized.
to kind of see how all of the planets correlate to different things. I have a specific tarot deck that uses the planetary names to
That's cool.
represent different cards, different aspects.
Huh.
And it's really cool.
Yeah. Let's do a tarot reading at the end of Gem's session.
What?
Or what?
Let's read Gem because it's their turn to be read by the supermoon of the final year.
But not
Or
only
read
that,
your
sometimes
future.
you just kind of have to
To it.
let the
Nope.
energies of space kind of take
This
over
is
your body.
not becoming the Talk to
Yes.
Him podcast.
I don't even know what do they. We're not gonna discuss. Let's stop ourselves there.
Apparently, literally nothing. Like like it's just small talk the whole time.
Wouldn't you say that's how our podcast goes half of the
No.
time?
Bro, hey Gem, how was your boat ride? Honestly, what did you do?
Did you get any of that good hot tour?
No, I actively
They ha-
have a boyfriend. I would
Mako,
not
they
do
have a
that.
boyfriend. They're dating. He won't get that Haktua until like later.
Thank you,
Good
Nick.
timing.
We are recording this.
I know, but I wanted to use that so badly, and I don't lie.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
god.
Beautiful.
But, the boat did actually have a nightclub on it, which was kind of cool. I went
Did you
there.
dance and rave and drink?
I drank, but I didn't really like dance on the dance floor. It just
So
like
we're
wasn't really my
taking you
vibe.
to a club, is what you're saying. Next time for Pride, we are actively going to look for a club.
I mean, dance floors just aren't really my vibe.
We're
You know,
gonna
I get
dance, guys.
I get nervous around crowds of people like that.
Don't
gonna
worry, we'll be
dance.
with you. I'll let you see me white girl dance.
Oh,
What?
wait,
That
is
would
it
genuinely
wait,
that would make
wait,
that would genuinely make my anxiety about being on a dance floor
Wait,
worse. I feel
Marco, is it
like.
gonna be like what's it called? Is it gonna be like Buffy the Vampire Slayer white girl dance or like Mean Girls white girl dance?
I don't even know, man.
Have you never seen Buffy do the white girl
No,
dance?
I have, but I don't.
It's just like feeling yourself. Like the white girl dance
I
is
would
literally just
just
feeling
be
yourself on
feeling
the dance
myself.
floor.
I'd just
Yeah,
be
like just dancing.
arms going, fucking body.
Yeah, going
moving.
wild, just
Why would that
vibing.
make you feel more anxious, Gem? I'd be like making a fool of myself on the dance floor.
Honestly, I'm just vibing.
Association, I get it. I'm an embarrassment. I
No, you're not.
It's not that you're an
you are loved.
embarrassment. It's just
Not
that
that
I get embarrassed when I'm in large groups of people like that.
Oh my god.
Just close your eyes. I'll take your hands and we'll go dance.
And then we put you in the middle of the dance floor with
okay,
your boyfriend, and then we
no.
leave.
Huh?
Huh?
You'll be fine. Your boyfriend's there.
Oh.
Yeah, I get to embarrass myself in front of him.
Isn't that
That would
how
suck.
relationships work? That's how it goes. You embarrass each other sometimes. Comfy should know. He's been in 10 relationships, and we're not going to discuss that on this space talk. Continue
I'll
with the
just say,
next subject.
Okay, I know. I'm currently in 3.
I am so ready
Isn't it
to.
4?
I am so ready to use this soundboard right now. If you guys stop, don't stop.
Jam, go.
Yeah, wait,
Stop
Comfy,
it.
did you just invent a person?
I thought Mako was like dating 4 people, like one of your other roommates in the house. No?
No. I mean, yeah, technically one of my roommates is my boyfriend. That's Miki.
No, not Miki. The other one. What's her name?
No, Miki is dating Mel.
Oh, okay. So
Not
yeah,
me.
Okay, I thought you were. I forgot. My bad. My bad.
Yo.
Sorry, Mel.
Yeah, Comfy just fully.
I
invented a
honestly
person.
No, Mel is
He's
the
just
person.
like, yeah,
She was in the
He's
podcast,
dating her,
right?
So Mako's definitely dating her, right?
I forgot how your polycule web branch is off.
It's okay, Comfy.
But yes, speaking of polycule relationships, what's the next topic?
Let's talk about polystars and multiple star systems. Like
I mean, the most it
binary
ever really goes to
systems.
is trinary.
I ship
never seen a
Neptune and
trinary
Mars
system.
together.
What
I
do
feel like they'll be a
trinary
great
systems
ship.
look like?
Anyways, are we getting the
They
next question or
tend
what?
to be. Trinary systems tend to be pretty unstable, but they do exist.
They just need to have like a group therapy session, and they'll be fine.
Wow.
Wrong kind of unstable.
Okay. They need to see a scientist.
I'm talking unstable in like chaos theory terms.
They need to see a scientist to unravel that.
Yeah, they need to see Dr. Eggman.
Specifically, because he pissed on the moon one time.
No, it's because he's
Now
trying to
we
get the
all
chaos
know.
emeralds.
We all know that reference now.
Yeah, I was asleep during that scene. I'm
And
pretty
we
sure.
have a recording that we will play on stream right now.
You don't.
Them just
You've told me
snoring.
that you don't. Did you lie to me in saying that you don't have a recording of you
I
snoring?
would never lie to you, Jam. I
This
would
comfy
never.
was
You
Never
absolutely
lie
would.
to you.
That's such bullshit. You would absolutely lie
What,
to me given
name
the chance.
one instance that I have lied to you. Yeah, I thought so.
I think
Anyway,
he's not answering because
next
there's too
topic.
many.
There are too many for me to come up with a
I have
specific
not
one.
lied to you, not once. We will not delve onto that in this podcast.
Because you know I will call you on some shit.
No, we're talking about space.
Jam.
Move to the next topic.
Yes, Marco.
Actually, I'm looking at stuff because I was really curious about multiple star systems. So apparently there was a recent discovery, which was a spectacular 6-star system.
6.
6.
Wow. Sorry.
It was 3 separate pairs of stars that were orbiting each other in kind of a typical binary kind of fashion.
Wow.
But the way they were orbiting, it formed like this kind of
They were
6.
all interacting with each other's gravity
Yeah.
and formed their orbits. That's super cool.
That is super cool.
Like
What
here,
is
I'll
that?
send the link in chat. You just have to scroll a little bit, but like super fucking interesting. Mainly because I was trying to find stuff about trinary stars, because I was really curious about the like trinary star systems, and I'm just scrolling through and I'm like, holy shit, the 6 stars, what?
Man, that's probably one hell of a dance to watch.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be.
Like if you can see that like orbit in action.
That would be
Yeah.
so
pretty sick.
fucking cool.
Holy shit! The A system has a 1.3 day orbit. Those things are fucking moving.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
Damn. I mean, in all fairness, the C system also has a 1.6 day orbit.
Mhm. And then if you look at the A, C, and B orbits, it's every like 2,000
Every
years,
2,000 years that they like come anywhere close to each other.
which is so fucking cool. To
What's
think
interesting
about.
is the elliptical nature of that actually means that when the B system comes through, it actually gets fucking slingshot by the A and C system.
Yeah. That's so fucking interesting.
That's
Like,
so cool. Oh wow! Then hold on. The nearest neighbor, Alpha Centauri, is a trinary system.
It is.
yeah.
Huh.
Which is really cool. Which means that there are some trinary systems that are stable.
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot that are stable. They like they tend to be unstable, but there are some that are stable. Right, like when I say unstable, I don't mean like they're gonna collapse in on themselves.
Yeah,
I mean
no.
like it's hard to predict how they're going to move.
Mhm. There's apparently another 3-star system, which is HD 131399, which has a gas giant that's 4 times the mass of Jupiter in its orbit.
Ooh.
Wow.
Also, for those joining in, welcome, welcome. We're talking about stars in space and among other astral bodies.
That's
Our
so
host today
cool.
is Gemini Starfielder.
Hi, Starly. How are you? Are you enjoying the space talk?
I've also been clipping things on here because that reaction of all 3 of us saying "wow" was kind of cute.
Wow.
Space. Yeah.
Mhm. You're
This
just
is when
talking
Joe's
about
like
this
6.
massive 6-star
Wow.
system.
Here's something that I'm gonna fucking spitball. You guys, did you know that we're going back to the moon?
Are we? Are we going
Yeah.
to another moon landing? Oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the mission is named Artemis.
Ooh.
Makes sense.
Let's go,
considering-
Artemis.
Yeah. And it's a really interesting mission. They're not just like going to land on the moon in a random spot. They're going to like the I think
Star system.
geographic south pole of the moon, basically.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, they're gonna, and part of the Artemis initiative is setting up a lunar state, like a lunar space station, like an orbiting lunar space station.
Let's
Cool.
go.
Then we can start going to the moon more.
Like frequently, yeah.
I
And
wonder
like it would also make it it would make it way easier to put like bases on the moon. Like
yeah.
if we had an orbiting station, right? Like that's like the first step in making in colonization efforts is making a local station, like a
We're
local
gonna
orbiting
ruin
station.
that. We're gonna
I wonder
ruin that
what
moon
kind
at some
of-
point.
Well, the moon doesn't have an
Sure,
atmosphere, so it can't really be ruined.
True.
Right? We can fuck up its face a little bit, but that's about it.
What's it called? Like, go ahead and say.
It also
I
has a
love this
month-long solar cycle, so
I mean, damn.
Yeah, we have to move to the moon, and then we get to watch as the Earth becomes nothing but a red fiery ball of nothing.
Wouldn't the
Yep.
moon then after a while just fly out into space if Earth dies?
what?
Like if the planet gets destroyed, would the moon?
I mean, if
just
it
drift away?
explodes, yeah.
But if it dies, like how it's predicted to normally,
No, because it's not losing mass. Like, eventually the moon is just gonna fly away, right? Like, that's just kind of its projected path. But that's not happening for a few, like, 100 million years, I think.
or maybe it'll crash into the Earth. That's...
Well, no, the way that it's moving, it's actually headed away,
Or
not closer
an
to.
evil scientist will go piss on it.
No,
Blow up about
no
half of it.
pissing on the moon.
You're gonna blow up half of it. Sonic does not tell you what are the consequences of Eggman
Blowing up half the moon, yeah.
half the moon and having his orbital space laser like in the sky. The oceans are fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would. You know what? Actually, if the moon ever
So many things would get
smash,
fucked up.
fucking the ocean's rhythms would get so fucked. Not only that, but there are a lot of animals that depend on lunar cycles. Like certain types of sea turtles lay their eggs among certain lunar cycles, and those eggs hatch at very specific times. And those babies are able to kind of use that lunar cycle to kind of help guide them to where they're supposed to go, which is really fucking cool.
Well, they're using moonshine for that, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not talking about
They're
liquor. I'm talking
drinking.
about.
The
Yeah,
turtles
the light of
chug
the moon.
moonshine to figure out
Baby
where their
turtles.
babies are laid.
Bunch of moonshine to find out where the ocean is, guys.
That's how Squirtle is born. A Blastoise
Oh my
drinks a shit ton of moonshine and lays a couple of eggs somewhere on the beach.
Somewhere on the beach, just willing
Just there, and then leaves.
How did we get to Pokemon birthing?
I don't know. Nick is very sleepy. He just yawned really cutely, and he's just like asleep.
Oh no, I'm stretching.
Nick
I think Nick is
DP
slowly
motherfucker.
leaving us.
Now I'm jealous of Gem because now I want to look at y'all like Gem's doing to us right now.
Get an actual model. I don't know.
Oh, fuck off.
I can look at you guys with my eyes. Like
Gem's using his whole body, but
Yeah.
let's see with this.
I get to like actually rotate my head and shit. Mako can too. But
Can you not like attach your VR, like what's it called, your VR controllers to actually move the hands or no?
that you need something called leap motion for, and it's
Yeah,
not
that's the
VR
thing.
controllers.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a sensor, like your camera, that tracks your hands.
So that's the next
you-
step in Gem's.
yeah,
game
I
career.
do want to get a leap motion setup because
I want to get
that's
that out.
super
What's it
cool.
called? What are they called? It's a cheaper version for the motion capture for VR headset. What's it
Webcam
called?
driver?
No, the one where you like put it on your legs and your hands to track like arm
So-
and leg movements.
So that's
Full
just
body.
called full body tracking.
Yeah, the full body tracking one.
But
There was like
the way that
one, relatively.
there's a what?
It's like I forgot what it's called. DB mentioned it at one point, and I forgot what it was called.
I don't think it works for the Quest though.
gonna
Actually, there are some full body trackings that do work for the Quest.
Comfy's a
Yeah,
different
but like
one.
usually the
I'm
physical
sorry.
ones I think don't really work with it.
I know
Mm.
me and my friend, me and Starly are actually going to, I think, test out something at some point to see if we can get the full body tracking to work.
Yeah, because I saw that there's one that's like kind of finicky. Or at least when I saw it, which was like a year ago, it was kind of finicky. But it uses the camera of an Android phone to track body movements.
Use that. But as I'm sorry for derailing and going further off topic.
That's the point of a podcast. It happens.
I will still apologize because like we were talking about space and stuff, and it's like it's your favorite thing, and I don't want to ruin that with like talks about my addiction to VR, the VR chat completely.
Yeah, okay, so I would like to kind of note something here. Every time Comfy touches a new game, it's an addiction for like for like 2 weeks, and then
It's a
dead silent about it.
Once human was for a while, and then I reached level 50.
Oh my god. We need
I
to get
maxed
back on
out.
that, man,
I
though.
really do, and I'm
Yeah.
so,
We're on the last phase.
and until like the change in like a week from now, right?
Well, no,
Is that-
no. The last phase lasts for I think like 3 weeks.
Is it 3 weeks?
Like each of the 6 phases come about like weekly, and then the last one sticks around for like I think 2 extra weeks.
But speaking of, I've been getting into VR chat more, and found some really cool models. They're great.
I still need that owl model so badly. It's like $45 in Japanese yen, and it looks like me. I just need to recolor it.
My boyfriend got me back into Roblox, and I'm kind of upset about it.
I mean, like, it's wild.
Like, I know it's
like,
kind of popping right now, but like,
what's it called? Aren't you like you're both the same age, but you like completely different things?
yeah, a little bit. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he plays like competitive games and like PvP type stuff. I'm more into like co-op kind of vibe.
I mean,
So
Comfy, we're the same age, and we both like very different things.
Name one.
I like the ocean.
I also like the ocean. Yeah,
I like Naruto.
I also like Naruto.
Fuck.
That was also my gay awakening.
Mako
when
doesn't-
I
Mako
looked up
doesn't know
Naruto
any-
and Yaoi.
Mako doesn't know any actual differences. She's just naming things that she likes.
I like sharks.
I also like sharks. Sharks are pretty cool. I do have a couple of I favorite a good amount of
The
sharks.
autism, I swear. Dinosaur.
Yeah,
It's just these two
Yeah.
motherfuckers have autism. They think they have different kinds of autism, but it's not.
it's the same thing. We just have similar shit.
Oh, I like Stranger Things.
I also like Stranger Things. I don't like the actor that we speak of in protest.
Damn it. Were you the one? Were you the one that didn't like Dr. Pepper?
That's true.
Yeah,
He doesn't
okay,
like
so I don't like Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
It tastes horrible.
That's a little
to me.
bit. I feel like that's a little less of an egregious difference in interest than
Mako's struggling to find.
apparently. Comfy. Mako is hard to hear on your end.
Oh, is she? My bad. Let me raise the volume. You probably volume probably low.
My God.
My right click is horrid.
No.
Why do we
new
have
mouse.
to be so similar, Comfy?
We're both close to our 30s. We're both from the late 1900s.
The late 1900s.
We're both in the late 1900s.
We're both Tamagotchi.
Thank you,
people.
Thank you, Helix. Yeah, we are both Tamagotchi people. I also got the fucking first Pokédex that came out, and then like I left it at my grandma's house in the attic, and now it's gone.
Oh
Wow.
no.
It was so
Sucks.
fun. It was so nice. I had the first Pokédex and everything. Like the one that it actually opens and talks to you. I also had a lot of Power Ranger, like
Oh, speaking of Pokemon, Comfy, I bit the bullet
Yeah.
and got that retro games emulator
I
thing.
knew you
was
were
telling
gonna
about.
get it. I knew
Well,
it.
it was like no, I'm not saying that Pokemon is strictly retro, although the first one did come out on like a Game Boy.
What the fuck was that?
It came out like in the late 90s. Wait, wasn't Pokemon like aired on 95?
What, the first episode of the Pokemon anime?
Yeah.
First episode.
97, 97. On
Okay.
April Fool's Day?
Yeah,
Wow.
April 1st. It was the
2
first
years.
release.
No, Marco, that means we're older than Pokemon.
We're older than the Pokemon anime.
Yes. The first Pokemon game was released on the 27th of February, 1996.
We're older
still
than
We're older than Pokemon.
my soul.
Are we older than the... No, we can't. We're not older than the...
Not older than
Nintendo.
like World War II. When was Nintendo founded? I'm looking this up.
Oh my god.
You guys are weird.
The last
It
our
was
books were
September
just old.
23rd, 1889.
1880.
And back then it was like a penny, $1.20. Oh my god.
Back in
When was
my
Yu-Gi-Oh
day.
made? We're going to a rabbit hole. We might as well.
I could fucking go to a rabbit hole.
Oh my god, Comfy, the first game system they released was in 1983.
Shut up. No.
Which isn't too far off from us. That's like less than 10
We're
years.
older than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
The trading card
We're
launched
also
in
older than-
1999.
We're also older than Naruto. Well, I think
Well,
you might.
Welcome to the Usual First podcast, where these two spiral about their advanced age.
Welcome to the
we were talking about
podcast.
space. Now we're talking about time, and
Well,
it's
we're
just killing us
we're
both.
both older than Naruto.
Of course we are.
Welcome to the
I think you're older, I
podcast.
think you're older than Dragon Ball too, right?
We are. Yeah, we are.
Welcome to the usual podcast, where the usual first are basically the Sanzakana, Caladon, but
The
furries.
first editions were from '96. The Yu-Gi-Oh cards were from '96. First editions came out in '96. Oh, we're old. My knees broke in half.
Comfy and Mako is the idiot. I am the tired one, and Gemini is the one that's holding the brain cells. So
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. We're on our last screen cell, and that's Gem. Gem's holding the rest. All right, let's get back into topic where we spiral even further. Gem, what's your hurry?
I mean, quite frankly, that was the majority of what I wanted to say.
Damn it.
I did actually. I during the vacation that I was on, I went to the Houston
Yeah,
Space
Akira.
Center,
Yeah,
and I saw the
I saw
museum
that.
there, and that was pretty cool. Like, just the amount of space history that was in that place was astonishing.
Oh my god.
Mako is actively perishing in the background.
Yeah, no, I was spiraling
sorry.
completely. You
The cat
made me
came
feel
to check
so
on
much
me as
older
I
than you
screamed
should
about
be
my
allowed.
age.
Alright, Akira, have a good night.
shut up.
Good night, Akira.
Oh my god. Akira says, you make me feel so much older than you should be allowed to.
I'm sorry.
Good.
Oh my
God.
god. Well, talk about the museum.
The space history. That's actually how I found out about Artemis. I knew that we had a plan to go back to the moon. I didn't know that it was
Artemis.
so soon.
Mm.
But yeah, it was super cool. I got to see the inside of one of the actual Boeing 747s that was modified to bring the shuttle for like more modern, like for the first like shuttled spacecraft, right? One of the 747s that flew the shuttle to Florida from Houston.
That's so
I was inside of one of the actual 747s.
That's so cool, honestly.
I also got to see like what the inside of one of the shuttles looks like. It was like a recreation largely made out of like paper mache. It kind of looked like, but it was a faithful recreation. It was really good. I also got to stand in this. This was super cool. I got to like actually stand next to a Saturn V rocket, a real like potentially usable Saturn V rocket.
That's cool.
That's the fucking thing that got us to the moon. Like that.
It is using
Like that shit, dude. It was so cool. You can see like the wiring. You can see the welding on that shit. It was nuts. You can practically stand inside of it.
My
It's
God.
awesome.
Thank God.
My fucking God.
Yeah, one of the things that I learned, so the second manned mission that we took into space, like generally, was called Gemini. Do any of you know why?
No, Jem, tell us why.
Don't look it up if you don't. I want you to guess.
Is it because of the zodiac?
Nope.
Is it because it has a twin?
Nope.
Is it because it's gay?
Does anyone else have guesses? What?
Did it have two like thrusters?
No. That close, but no.
Do you have two thrusters?
Oh my God, no, he's not a shark. Jem's not a shark. He doesn't have two.
Oh yeah,
thrusters.
you're right. We don't know. His mom could have it.
My brain
Furries
completely-
work like that.
My brain completely forgot what the fuck his question was because of how stupid you do. What was it?
Do you know why the Gemini missions were called Gemini?
The Gemini missions are called Gemini? Because it's a cool code name? I don't know.
Well, yeah, it was a code name, but there was a reason for it, and that reason is because Gemini was the first set of missions to use a capsule that had seats for 2 pilots.
Oh.
The original mission only had a seat for 1.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
And they actually have at the Houston Space Center one of the actual recovered capsules from the Gemini mission.
Ooh.
That's so fucking cool. I wish we had the same stuff for like deep sea exploration, but most of the crafts that would go down that were manned by pilots were either heavily damaged and couldn't be on display in like a museum, or they
Are still down
imploded.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or have been sacrificed to Poseidon
yeah.
and exploded into millions of pieces.
Poseidon man sacrifice.
Ow.
My father requires them, guys.
We need. I mean, there's a second rich person going down there, so
Oh
why
my
not?
God, look!
Will it happen again?
There's a statue of him in the background. Look at him in all of his glory.
Actually, with the tail, wouldn't that I think that's Neptune, isn't it? Because that's a Greek structure behind you, isn't it?
Yeah, Greek was Poseidon, not Neptune.
Oh fuck, I
Roman
got that
was
backwards. You're right. Yeah.
Neptune.
Yeah. The statue comes to life and
I
goes
genuinely
straight
always get that backwards.
Oh my
Like
god.
that's the only one that I ever like really get backwards is
Yeah?
Poseidon and Neptune.
The easiest way to remember is Rome is planets.
And that's it.
Planet name
That's
is-
it?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Rome
Like
is
genuinely, that's it.
It's planets.
Oh, it
I
is.
do
Yeah.
love how the fact Zeus's rendition is Jupiter, because it's a big giant filled with gas.
Yep.
This is full of
Why?
gas.
Fucking big gassy man.
Wow.
Zeus consistently
Zeus the
farts
gas
on us.
giant.
He
He's
just
just
farts.
nasty.
He's so nasty.
Oh, here's something. Venus
You
actually
think
casts a
that's on
shadow
Earth?
on Earth, like a visible shadow.
Oh?
Yeah.
Venus's dumpy casts shadow. Heck yeah. My goodness.
I am a monster.
The thing is, I thought he said that
Wow,
he said
wow.
it was like his penis casting its dumpy on Earth for some reason.
Fucking whoa, dumpy be upon you.
Yeah, literally.
Sometimes you just need that dumpy.
And sometimes people don't know the difference between lemons and lemonade. Lemon juice.
Why do you always say lemonade instead of lemon juice?
I don't call lemonade
You might
lemon
have
juice
to figure
lemonade.
out
I call it
too.
Apparently you do.
I call lemon
Lemon
juice
lemon
lemonade.
juice.
I don't know the difference.
Well, one's lemon and
And
the other one's lemon juice.
thing. Bitsy's gonna be the end of me. Bitsy's my stimulation.
He's
Verbal
fucking
stim.
great.
Nick is actively applying a sleeping cat. And I saw that.
He's getting ready to sleep. Nick is ready to go eepies. My god.
Well, do we have any other talking points?
Not necessarily, unless you guys have anything you want to talk about.
I just want to put this on.
Government is a lie,
I've
and the
talked
aliens
about
are
mostly
seeing
everything
us.
I've wanted.
Aliens come from the ocean, actually.
Aliens are playing Sims 5 right now.
Can we
And
blow
we
a
are-
hole into the surface of Mars?
Why did your
You
eyes
can't blow a
dilate?
hole into the surface of Mars.
The center.
But BFG!
Not a thing that exists.
Damn.
The BFG?
But I want to blow a
Yeah, the
hole.
big fucking gun 9000.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say the big fat guy. I'm just like,
What the
Big
fuck?
Weld
yeah.
from the movie Robots. Featuring Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm not even kidding.
Why is he there?
He's Rodney!
I don't know, these
Rodney
bitches.
Copperbottom is voiced by Ewan McGregor.
That's funny.
You and McGregor.
If you really listen to it, you can actually hear it. It's really funny.
I can't breathe!
Why is there an egg on your head?
I don't know.
Egg on
That's
my
how you notice.
I think
Well,
Nick's like
egg-
genuinely bored.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
My
That's
roommate's
not
in the
what to
back just telling me
Mako-
to breathe. I can't
Mako's
breathe.
dying right now.
I am. I'm dead.
Inhale,
I'm
Mako.
serious.
USA.
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 Miska. Mickey Mouse. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, did you know on the YouTube end, did you know if you say the words like and subscribe, the buttons glow?
They go
So if you haven't
Well,
subscribed,
it
or
usually only works like once per.
like, subscribe
You see, it already
Work-
happened.
every time.
Probably didn't that
Every
time.
time. No, it works every time.
Are you sure about that?
Well, you know what else? To the person watching this VOD, you didn't take a shower or use the bathroom today, and you need to do it right now. I know
Yeah, it's midnight and you haven't shit yet.
you haven't shit yet.
You're
Go take
fucking
your midnight
stinky.
poops.
That's right, we're looking straight at you.
Demons in your
Viewer.
bowels.
What if we just do this at random points in all of our like fucking VODs?
Just in one of the podcasts, we just look dead at the camera and go, "Wake up!"
I am looking dead at the camera. No,
Yeah,
don't
but
do that.
no one can tell.
People are gonna have a psychic valve.
Like,
Like,
in a coma for 2 years.
don't do that to the videos. No, don't do that. Don't do that. People will actually have a mental break if you do that.
Good.
No. God. Look at Nick's
Alright.
face. So tired. So done with.
Done with our bullshit.
It really is.
Yeah.
He's like, "Get me the fuck out of here."
You guys want to VR
My
chat later?
My health is deteriorating with these
We
with
could
these
for a little bit. I
summons.
have work in the morning, so I can't be
If
on.
we don't have any more talking points, do we want to
Yeah.
wrap up?
But
Yeah, let's wrap up.
Yeah.
All right.
We're wrapping
Got
up
it.
Leave
now?
a comment. Leave a comment down below. We're at the end half of the video, so on YouTube, you should
Out there.
like this and comment because somehow that adds to the algorithm even further. If you do it at the end of the video,
Fuck are you talking about half?
half.
You said end half of the video, like we just hit the halfway point.
So remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get notified on the next Usual First podcast
Anyways.
and/or gaming. And yeah, Christmas music. Fuck, the button didn't work. Shit.
Christmas
Good job.
music.
So yeah, everyone please make sure to go ahead and follow all of the lovely names that you see in the boxes here. And
Hello, too. YouTube's in the description. I need to replace everyone's Twitter with Blue Sky now, though.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But yes, thank you for watching this episode of the Usual First podcast. It has been fun as always. I have been your host, Gemini Starfielder. Go ahead and outro yourselves in the same order that you were introed.
And the next one is going to happen in December, and it's going to be hosted by Comfy, and we're going to be in VR chat that time. Hopefully, maybe I found the way that it won't lag the stream and crash. But yeah,
Comfy,
penis.
I don't think the next one is going to be in December.
I thought it was going to be me in December because like
Yeah, because Thanksgiving's coming
Thanksgiving is coming up, so the
Is
following...
Thanksgiving the last Thursday? I thought it was the third
Yes,
Thursday.
no,
Last
it's
Thursday, yeah.
last Thursday.
Am I dumb?
Isn't
No, it's the last
not
Thursday.
usually?
up. Be the 28th this year.
Yeah, that's the last Thursday of the month.
Oh fuck! Why did I think it was the third Thursday?
No,
What the
remember,
fuck holiday am I
guys.
thinking of?
I don't know. So remember,
No, I'm not thinking of Easter.
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 What the fuck am I
Let me-
thinking of? Third something.
And while Jem has a mental breakdown, we'll see you guys again next time. Bye, YouTube.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so
No
much.
one else in
Okay.
outroed themselves, but cool.
I'm waiting for
Have a
YouTube.
wonderful day. We'll
I
be
already
back
did. I
next
sent it to
time.
Nick, and then you started talking.
Oh, I thought we were doing things. I didn't know we were doing individual. I thought we were just like muting ourselves and send the outro.
What?
I don't know. Bye, YouTube.
Ah, fuck!
We ended it on oh fuck.
I am.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna cut the edit.
my
Is
God.
Nick's gonna go, oh fuck, and then I'm gonna just cut it there.
I think Nick actually died. No, I think Nick
Did
actually
you actually hurt yourself, Nick?
No, I fucking hit my stand, so I actually fucking made it fell over.
You hit what?
My stand, the
planning
phone
on
stand.
Rating anybody, my guys?
Oh yeah, true. Do we want to rate anyone?
I was just
Shadow
thinking
Legends.
about ending. I don't.
Let's rate the Koroyopi, who's currently in the middle of their rigathon. I don't know. Are they even awake? I don't even know if they're awake. Do you have anyone in mind? No, they're sleeping. Koro is sleeping. We're not rating them.
I do not. I'm thinking about just cutting my.
Pomfy Panda's drawing twinks on stream? I think Jem would like that. Alright, let's go raid them. I'm gonna put in all our collective chats. That's their name. So you can see it. Chat. It's in the group in the Twitch chat. You see it on your OBS. Right? Do you see it on your OBS? Yeah. I'm gonna raid them. We're gonna say hi. We need to come up with like an email for the Usual First podcast. We're just gonna raid them. Like, yeah, they're doing art. Make sure to use the raid function. And anyways, we'll see you guys again next time.
Yeah.
You guys get yeah, bye-bye.
Enjoy. Be gone with you.
Be gone. You guys start the raid?
Yeah, I sent that.
Yeah,
Alright. No, wait.
I think consent is good.
You know, okay, but maybe